So how do you identify if you are in fact the generational curse breaker in your family? And for me, it's pretty simple to spot, but there are two key components to being the curse breaker. Number one is from a very young age and all the way into your adult years, you were able to clearly see patterns or behaviors or structures in your family line that are toxic or harmful or just not conducive to, a healthy, happy family. And so you were able to spot these things and you either called them out and didn't participate in them at all, or you did participate in them and then you were able to understand through participation in these things that it's just not good for you. It's unhealthy. It's something that you don't want to continue or carry on doing. And so this may look like your entire family drinks alcohol. And it's just a normal family thing. Everyone drinks, especially around holidays, so it was normalized in your family. And maybe you drank at up until a certain point, and then you realized, hey, this is really harmful and it just makes me feel terrible and it turns me into a person I don't want to be. I'm not going to participate in this anymore. And so maybe you are the first one in your family to go, hey, I'm not doing this anymore. I am going straight and narrow. I don't want to drink alcohol. And so, it may seem odd to your family as like, why would you not drink? We've always done this and this is what we do. And we always celebrate this way. And so you stand out sort of like a sore thumb. Like you start to challenge the things that were just either passed down through generations, or you challenge toxic behaviors that they are participating in that you can identify are just flat out wrong. And so that is key number one. That's your first indicator that you are a curse breaker in your bloodline. And then the second indicator is because of doing these things, because of pointing out bad behaviors, bad ways of thinking, bad ways of treating people, just toxic behaviors in your family, you are often treated with contempt. Your family has treated you like the scapegoat, like the black sheep. You have been ostracized. You have been pushed out. You have been abused. You have been mistreated by those who were supposed to love you. And here is why. As much as we think that coming into a family line with all of this truth and love, and even though you do it with the best of intentions, to a person who is operating in these behaviors, and they're oftentimes, like I said, generational curses. So they've been passed down from great-great-grandparents to grandparents to parents to, your parents. And so to them, they just kind of went with it. They didn't challenge anything. They didn't think for themselves. It was just, okay, this is what we do. And so they, without questioning anything, just freely participated in all of these things. Maybe they're abusive. Maybe they, gossip or slander people or steal. It could be anything. And so when these people are operating in these, I'm just going to say like darker aspects of being, to have someone come in and shine the light on those things, it's not usually received well. It's not received with love. It's not received with thankfulness or gratitude. It is often putting that person into a defensive nature. And then they tend to look at you like, who do you think you are? Coming in here and bashing us for, doing these things, or you think you're so much better than us. And so it's not usually well received. And even though you're not going in there with a high and mighty attitude, like, oh, I'm better than you, it's often received that way. And so in an attempt to preserve themselves and to just sort of not, it's a prideful thing. So in an attempt to remain intact within themselves, they will push you away. They will attack you. They will belittle you. They will abuse you. You will now become the target in your family for any mistreatment. And they will tell everyone and anyone else who's listening, they'll drag all of your flaws in front of other people. They will tell them that you're crazy, you're unwell, you're weird, there's something wrong with you, because you have come in and challenged everything that these people stand for. And so if you have experienced point 1 and point 2, A and B in this scenario, then you are quite literally a generational curse breaker in your bloodline. And it is one of the most challenging feats that you will ever take on, because it means having to set boundaries, having to protect yourself from the people who were meant to love you more than anyone else. And it's almost like when you think old school Disney movies like Cinderella and Snow White, family dynamics like that, where you're just loving and happy and sunshine and butterflies, but like you throw a fork in the dynamics that are just not healthy. They're not good. They're not godly. They are not divine. And it's not received well. And so it can be really heartbreaking. It can be incredibly hard to be the generational curse breaker, because what you wanted was to be embraced, was to be loved, was to be seen for all the good that you've brought into the family, for the purity of your heart. But the treatment that you get is quite literally the opposite. And so if you are a generational curse breaker, hats off to you. You are doing a hard job, but a needed job, because you are saying it ends with me. I love you guys. God bless.